Hello. Oh, hello. Ooh, sub count. Let's scoot that over a little. Hello. Hello, everyone. It has been a weekend. When was the last time I streamed? Let me check. I streamed almost 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago. I streamed before my trip to New York, basically. And then I was busy editing, and then yeah, my dog passed away on Friday, and I am still kind of like you know how it is. I'm kind of very feeling, but what better way than trying to put my mind off things by playing games, if you know what I mean. So I decided to just continue. Sorry. My room has been my dad, he always overwaters his plants, and so like now they're terrorizing my room. The little bugs. Yeah. Let's see. And I'm always too slow to catch them. But yeah. Didn't get it. But it's fine. But yeah, I am gonna continue playing Final Fantasy. It's been a while, and I kind of just need something, you know. I kind of just need something to do. Hello, May Reloma. Okay, let me load this game. Yeah, I definitely need a little oomph today. So yeah, let's just play the game. Let's just play the game. Ooh, let's pause the music. Okay. Let me restart all the capture cards. Okay. If you can hear it, please let me know. But let us recap. The recap is we destroyed the crystal, and now like the world is going bad. So our mom died. Our brother's back, but he's resting right now. But yeah, we basically like kind of saved the world, but not really. We're supposed to save the world. Sorry, I'm not in my phone. I'm on my mom's account, so I'm in her phone. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Okay. So now we have to go save everyone. So we gotta go to Martha's Rest, North Reach, and Delamil. So I would say let's just go. Ooh, my hair. My hair. I still want to see. Okay. I say let's go and save them in order of acquaintance. So let's go to Martha's Rest. But yeah, guys, we hit 2K. We hit 2K subs. I'm hitting the triple digits. I mean, triple. The 4 digits. Okay, I fixed that. Yay! Okay. Okay, let's go save everyone. Let's go save everyone. Congrats on 2K, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, we're going through it. We're getting through. We're racking through the numbers.
It's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough.
I need a
The rest are
lot
still
of
down
love.
there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered. What do you think, Clive?
I need it.
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Prioritize. Okay.
Do you think there were as many?
I don't know if I'm gonna be
said?
streaming long. I just wanted to
More.
get my foot in. I'm so sorry, but I gotta go. Hopefully, I'm back. Don't worry, I'll be here. I'll be here.
This man's gonna die if we don't.
Okay, we gotta go to Fallen
You
Gate.
don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
So there's war, essentially. Now. The air has been really dry for some reason. My throat, man.
Clive, wounded.
Let me put my mic closer.
We deal with the Akashic first. Over here!
Oh yeah, we got Bahamut. I don't know how to use him. We got Bahamut's power. Wait, can I look how to use it? I gotta sneeze. Mega Flare. Begin casting Mega Flare. Press circle to execute. The length of the casting determines the potency of the spell. Okay, I have to press circle when it happens. Okay. I'll know for next time. But I killed everyone. But I killed everyone!
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell, the Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
My brothers.
Mad dogs. Alone.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade!
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it,
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
we can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty. Over here!
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Mad dogs. The law.
My brothers. Just patch me up as quick as you
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we? you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch. I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rosfield. You, or my uncle.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the floor.
I saw it with my own eyes. The whole of
to it. I can't fight those things.
But you can. You must. For me. For us.
My lord. Milady.
We received the Dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashyyyk, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
More arrived from the capital this morning.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family? They're still in the capital.
Don't leave me, Pa.
That thing?
Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from Oriflamme. We just passed Moor when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
We need to find out.
was all they could do to escape.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me!
Should I prime?
Save your strength. Now, Torgal! Over here! Attack! Over here! All yours, Torgal!
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts. For now, at least.
Hearing that the Dame would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive. Philippe will make a good captain. He reminds me a little of you, Clive, but without all the mocks and mows.
My mic was muted. Hello. Why didn't no one saw my mouth moving and not say anything? I was just mumbling to myself. When did I stop talking? Bruh, it's okay. My talking doesn't matter. It's okay. I was fine. Ooh, we hit 2,400 subs. Let's go. Let's go. Oh wow. Nothing really important happened for me to even react. I just was roasting Bahamut. I'd rather be Titan than Bahamut. Okay. Now we got to go to the Delamille Inn. Oh wow. Rip in peace. What's he saying?
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still, better a branded than one of us.
Damn.
Sid. Your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Rip.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. Now, I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
So like...
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
fighting people's battles.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
Oh.
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's split.
Versus
That's enough.
army.
Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw
Hello.
you out myself.
Toto Yuji.
Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Is that name from based from Jujutsu Kaisen?
Victor. What's he doing here?
Who is he?
Sid. And Lady Jill.
Who's he?
What brings you here?
I don't remember who.
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just
Yes,
that.
I love
when
JJK.
Master Lubor
Me
told me of his
too.
troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these
Unfortunately,
fools.
I haven't watched the second
But
season
if
yet.
you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
I'm debating on
Who are
like
those people?
waiting
Those were the
till it's
thorns
done,
in Lubor's side.
or
And the reason
so I
this
can binge
place
it.
might be
You
headed
know.
the same way as Costness. These accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness.
So I can cry in one
or an
go.
entire city,
You
for that
feel?
matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalamil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
Ew. Is your
you
favorite
see my predicament?
characters
What I
Toto
saw
and
was a room full
Itadori?
of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
But I can't help myself when it comes to JJK. I
Well,
know it's so
If it were my
tempting.
namesake,
It's so tempting. I want to watch it.
he'd let them choose for themselves. And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe
It's
for
like it's like a
disaster.
debate. You want to join the hype to talk about it,
Recipe for
watch it with
disaster is
everyone,
precisely what it is.
and then by the time I watch it, no one's watching
That
it anymore.
realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the
Itadori
other's
is son.
proposal,
He's my son.
it may still be possible to make them
He's
doubt
part of my
their
son
own
group. Adopted.
before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Let's go.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
I don't know
What he
who's
needs to
my
say is
favorite.
yes.
I actually really like Itadori. Like he's just like so adorable.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane? Commander of the Red Wings.
I do like Megumi a lot too.
A pleasure, my lady.
The
Megumi.
pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canberra
I was
to inquire about a contract.
I was actually
Victor says you told him no.
Nobara
That
for
there aren't any men
Halloween.
left to hire. Is that
I
true?
think it was
True as the crystals
last
cracked.
year.
Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt.
I think it was last
And not just
year.
from us Red Wings. You know of the
I don't
7
know.
high houses.
I didn't wear the wig
There
though.
must be 2 score swords assigned each one.
I will
Granted,
not
we have
look
a few
good
boys
in
left.
Orange
If it's
Bob.
boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad,
I just
are
did
you
a
saying that
side
Dalamud's
swip
finest
thing.
cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave
I
men
did
than you yourselves?
I did the Nobara
Absolutely
look
not.
where it's like the flowers where she got poisoned.
We'll show those
on her
bastards who they're
face.
dealing with.
Yeah, I just wore the outfit
believe that
and
actually
wore my
worked.
hair like
Conrad's not what
like
you
a
call the
young
brightest
person,
candle
like a
in the
side
crypt.
swept
And there's a
bang
reason
look.
why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
I bought a hammer at Spirit Halloween, and then I took it out, and then yeah, my hammer got stolen or something. It was a fake hammer. I just couldn't find it again.
My shop.
Gojo's
If I had
good
my
too, though.
pickaxe, I would-
Gojo, smash.
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something. Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
It
Lord
probably looked
Underhill.
amazing. I can pull up a picture.
service.
Underhill.
It was pretty. It was
I
pretty.
was just
pretty
telling the
normal.
good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting
normal
the state
looking.
of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is
Yeah,
the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley,
I dressed up with my
wine.
cousins.
driving the prices higher than
Unfortunately,
most
I
commoners could afford.
am
It is only a matter of time before the peasants
I'm
revolt.
cursed with being the only female in the family.
Is worse than I thought. If what
I don't
Lord
think I
Underhill
took
says
any
is true,
selfies.
I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And
Yeah, I took a
while
video.
I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his
I took a
assessment
video.
of the bandits' likely
With the-
return. Which
I don't know if you
means
can
that
see.
now, more than ever, we will
But
need
I
to secure
drew
what
like the
little we
flowers
still
on my
have.
face.
Food, weapons, herbs,
Anime makeup
everything.
is so weird.
If our humble town is to endure
I
not
can't
only
imagine
this
myself
hardship,
without a winged
but those that
eyeliner.
are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do
But
it.
yeah, my cousin and I, we went to bowling.
But you needn't have gone through this
went bowling,
charade.
And then like my hammer disappeared when we went to the arcade.
Thank you, Clive. Your
I'm being
performance was
Shinobu from
nothing
Demon
if
Slayer
not
this year,
workmanlike.
this Halloween.
She saw right through
How
it.
nice.
I didn't say it was good. Merely that it
I'm
produced
out
the
of
desired
town
effect.
for Halloween this
Now, my
year.
scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's
So-
Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
Yeah, I'm not being anything anime related.
I'm not convinced our roles in this
But-
ruse were entirely necessary.
I'm being
Conrad seemed
Ghostface.
quite taken with you.
Ghostface with the with a friend.
It appears I have no choice but to do what...
Pretty
Mummy.
pretty simple. I have 2 cosplays on me, but I just haven't put it together yet. I'm too shy.
Both Conrad
I'm
and
too
Natalie
shy
have
to put it
somewhat
on.
gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears
I
they
also
march
hate
for
taking
Dalimil
pictures,
as
like
we
selfies.
speak.
It's not my thing.
You're not serious.
They don't just want
Like
food,
I
they want
need
the whole
someone to
damn
take a
town.
picture of me, but even then it's like I don't know. I don't know about that.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in 2 groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer thin defenses.
Very well.
You cosplay.
Jill and I will meet those from the desert.
How many
what of
have
the
you
rest?
done so far? Tell me. I'm
The
interested.
rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean
I've always wanted to do Nezuko.
I thought you might say that.
We'll
But
hold them off for
I'm
as
not
long
a
as we
big
can.
fan of wearing
And we
wigs.
will do the same.
I don't know. I feel like wigs are just it's a hit or miss for me. I feel like I have to be like absolutely perfect with it, but I also don't want it to look like a wig. I don't know, it's I don't want to look dumb in my wig, you know.
He's all yours.
Oh my gosh, so many bolts. Ooh, that's how it is when you upgrade it.
They mean to overwhelm us.
I have 3, but I haven't like properly took pictures of all of them. Wigs make my head itch. I feel like it just looks crunchy on me. You know what I mean? The Sultan. Fighting the Sultan. Oh, I almost died.
Nice try.
You guys so tanky. And I have cosplay of Kanao, Shinobu, and Aaron from AOT. That's so cool.
The townspeople.
I
Could they have held out?
have the only one that I've worn out is
I don't hear any fighting.
Nobara.
What do you think?
I also
We should hurry.
had my first cosplay was Mona from Genshin Impact, but I felt super insecure in it and I refused to put it on. I realized that I can't, like, I don't feel comfortable, or like I don't look good, particularly good in
Natalie,
characters that
I owe you an
are
apology. You did
smaller
well out there.
and
The
petite.
inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
I
Without
feel
you,
more
there would have been no line to
comfortable
hold. You saved us, Conrad.
cosplaying the
You saved Dalimil.
We all
adult
saved Dalimil.
characters. If you catch my drift.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
So I
So they
have
both have.
a
I take
cosplay
it from your
of
presence
Beidou.
that our visitors from the
Beidou
desert
from,
won't be joining us
Genshin
either.
Impact.
Pity.
And I felt
plan
way more
worked,
comfortable
Sid.
cosplaying
Granted, it only
her.
took an army of bloodthirsty bandits.
Maybe
at our
because
gate.
they're a bit like
Calm now, Victor. Why
bigger?
quibble over the details? We are united.
I felt more proportionate
all that
compared to
matters.
like
As for
the
you, Sid,
smaller
you fight
characters.
considerably better than you act.
I'll take that as a compliment.
But yeah, in my house, there's not really like a good place to do like pictures or photo shoots or anything. So, and I don't want to walk out in my living room and then my mom sees me.
Our friends seem to have
She's
things
like, "What
under
the hell are
control.
you wearing?"
For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
What's this?
Well, this isn't at all foreboding.
That's never happened before. Okay. We finished everything, so we can go say hello to Otto. A new missive has been delivered to Clive's chambers. Let's go look at that.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
But I did, when I hit 1K, I promised myself that I would get a tripod. So I bought a tripod and I will be like, hopefully taking my own pictures. But like, I did some girl math, right? So I did a return a while ago. I did an Amazon return, and instead of refunding it back to my card, it refunded into my Amazon account. And when I went to go purchase the tripod, technically it's free. Technically the tripod was free. So I went and bought a remote control for my camera, so I can like take timed pictures from afar. So I have a tripod and a remote control, so I could potentially be taking pictures, but like I mostly bought it to do a anime figure tour. Yeah. Because like it seems like a lot of my subscribers are interested in my anime figures, so I decided that I would do like a anime figure collection tour. So that's a future video for myself. Oops, sorry. I hit you. Okay. How fares the rest? The Guardians are getting along with the Axis fine enough, working to shore up the rest's walls when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akashic had you not given the Horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you ever need a quick river, come see us and we'll tap you a cask, Martha. The flames burn bright. You have an uncanny talent of showing up where you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic, but but more of their nameless number. However, when the Horde, now both thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without the worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He is a good man, attentive, polite, hardworking. So as you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. You would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you, Wade. I need a tripod. I still have yet to figure out what to do with it, so I think it's worth it. Better put it together, you know? Okay. Words from Northreach. Clive, you have the town's thanks for helping rid us thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have seen the end of their like. Good Philip has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling, but I oft worry the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders, just as I imagine the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's doors as well. Dramatis Personae. Personae. The Guard and League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us to leave to sip our snake spit in relative leisure. For that I would hazard we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery and your projection and those stiff limbs of yours and your countenance and, well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we, Lubor? He's always like roasting my ass. I'm trying to draw Miku right now, lol. Is that where you came from? You came from my Miku TikTok? I mean, my short. Guardian Scarf. With this tippet, dyed red from the flames of the Firebird in the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers, does Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flames. Cute. Yeah, so when I do my anime figure tour, because of the large amount of subscribers I've gotten, specifically it's from the Miku short, I decided that I would do like a small giveaway. I was gonna head to my local anime store, pick up a Miku figure, because like I'm just really grateful for
you back so soon.
The amount of subscribers I've gotten, and
come to claim your just desserts.
Do a little something. It's always been on my mind.
You earned this. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Because everyone loves Miku. But it's funny because like people who viewed the short, they don't look at my channel. so they think I'm like some weird boy.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before.
Okay, let's see how much we have. Ooh.
You wish to
Quite a
study the
bit.
tomes?
Who are the people? Philip. Imperial soldier of the Northreach garrison, whose heart pines for none other than Isabel. He leads the stand against the threats Northreach face and inspires his fellow soldiers to do the same. Conrad. Master of Dalimil Kitchen, where he serves filling yet inexpensive fare to the people of the town and the miners of Drake's Fang. After his town was set upon by bandits, Conrad led the faction pushing for the recruitment of mercenaries to take bloody revenge. However, he was convinced to look instead of forming a town guard drawn from the citizens of Dalimil, of whom he became the inaugural leader. Wow, we can't read. Natalie. Veteran trader of the Dalimil markets, turned leader of its new League of Merchants, the group responsible for filling and maintaining the town's collective stores, though she loathes violence and argued vehemently against the plan to hunt down the bandits who attacked Dalimil. She is passionate about protecting the town and its people. When the bandits returned, she was the first into the fray. Who doesn't like Miku? I don't know. People who don't listen to Vocaloid. But Miku's iconic. You can't hate her. Oscar. Nephew of Rodney Murdoch, late Lord Commander of the Rosarian Army. Though he served under Sir Wade in the Guardians of the Flame, he had always dreamed of following in his uncle's footsteps and squiring to a scion of the Rossfields. His wish is granted when Clive accepts him as squire and brings him back to the hideaway that he might learn from Sid the Outlaw's example. Sir Wade. Joining forces with Martha, a loyal shield of Rosaria and leader of the Guardians of the Flame, who fight against the imperial rule in the duchy, sheltering bearers from the Black Shield's cullings. After the skies turn, their base in the Lazarus district outside Port Isolde was swallowed by an aether flood, leading them to seek shelter in Martha's Rest. In return for Martha's hospitality, the Guardians aid the Blood Axes in defending the village. Lay of the Land. Listhia. Following Primogenesis, a realm compromising the twin continents of Storm and Ash, over which the Mother Crystals stand timeless vigil. Timeless, that is, until Sid and his disciples commence their campaign to bring each one crashing down, spreading chaos and confusion to every corner of the land. When ill-omened clouds summoned by Ultima gathered over Valisthia, the delicate balance governing the magic-yielding power of Aether was finally shattered and the realm was changed forever. The Imperial Province of Rosaria, a nation formerly known as the Grand Duchy of Rosaria, occupying the western reaches of the continent of Storm. While Rosaria has been a vassal state in the Empire for nigh on 2 decades, the uprising in Twinside, led by Prince Dion Lesage and his loyal dragoons, and the subsequent death of the Holy Emperor and Empress in the year 878, has left the Sambrique with barely the wherewithal to rule itself, rendering the erstwhile dukedom a subject of the Empire in name and little else, following the destruction of Twinside. The Blood Axes. The band of sellswords tasked with the protection of Martha's Rest in the absence of any assistance from the nearby Imperial garrison. It falls to them to keep watch on the roads and keep the beasts and bandits of the swampland from Martha's Gate. Okay. The Town Guard. The volunteer fighting force assembled and led by Conrad. Unlike the Men of the Rock or the mercenaries previously charged with keeping Dalimil safe, every member of the guard is a Dalimilian born and bred and has the future of the town at heart. Many of the miners who lost their livelihoods when Drake's Fang fell have found a new purpose in the guard, swinging swords and axes in place of picks. The League of Merchants, the group responsible for filling and maintaining Dalimil's collective stores, that all might be supported in their troubled times. It draws its memberships from the traders of the town and is led by Natalie, overseer of the markets. It was she who recognized that Dalimil's future could not be secured by force of arms alone. Only by bringing the entire town together might they summon the strength to drive back the bandits. Lord Underhill, Clive's alter ego, albeit one that was forced upon him by Lubor's fondness for theatrics. It was Lord Underhill of Randala League of Merchants who made it known to Natalie that help from the capital would not be forthcoming, and that the people of Dalimil must work together to fill their own stores. Jill was rather more convincing in the role as Lady Jane of the Red Wings, who planted the idea of forming a town guard in Conrad's mind. Both Conrad and Natalie still address Clive by this name, though in Natalie's case this would appear to be naught but a courtesy to his dramatic efforts. Lord Underhill, I'm dead. The Kingdom of Waloed. The sole surviving nation of Ash, Waloed has its capital of Stonehur, home to the Mother Crystal of Drake's Spine. It is ruled by Barnabas Thammer, dominant of Odin and Ward of Darkness, who is transpires has formed an alliance of the mysterious being known as Ultima. Got it. Am I missing one? Oh, it's over here. A son's betrayal, the Holy Empire Sandbreak, a nation occupying the northeastern reaches of the continent of the Storm. After its administrative capital moved to Twinside in the neighboring Crystalline Dominion in the year 873, an insurgency led by Prince Dion Lesage suspended the political and military order, spreading unrest and disruption across the land. This disruption was further worsened when Ultima unleashes Primal Genesis, obliterating Twinside and plunging the realm yet deeper into chaos. Interesting. The Crystal. Post-Primal Genesis. One of the most valuable materials known to mankind thanks to its ability to channel ambient aether from the air, allowing those without an innate power to do so to cast magics. After Ultima cast Primogenesis and the skies over Valencia darkened, many of the municipal crystals that fired forges and filled wells began to fail. In certain areas, even those ration shards that the people relied on in their everyday lives lost their spark, making life all but unlivable. Primogenesis in the effects on the land. A spell cast by Ultima that cast a roiling pall over all Valencia. The unbalance in the aether that resulted not only sapped the potency of crystal and magic in those lands that remained livable, but filled the rest not only with his glowing thralls, but with aether floods turning men and beasts into mindless, merciless Akashic.
The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Okay. We've finally updated our live. I need a sip to that. Oh, and I also edit like videos, like fan edits.
Was wondering when you turn up. At ours from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for Mother Crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the color of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was gonna happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Talia says your brother's awake.
Thank
My
you, Otto.
brother's awake. Brother.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough
Yes,
to
I do
drive
a
a
lot
man
of
to
fan
madness.
edits.
Small one
Like
that he hasn't stirred.
any anime you like, or just one
be afraid to
specific?
wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You wield like 10.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
I'm going to do a Bert from
awareness,
Tremors edit.
spirit, call it what you wish.
Tremors!
But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept.
That's my
Is where I
childhood
struggle
movie right there. I used to be
fail
so scared
to
of
contain
that
him here inside
movie.
Sorry. Inside you.
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
That doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Sorry, Joshua, but I gotta go.
Well, what's the short of it?
Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The City Guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
All right.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
We're
Were Tyre
going
not
on
such a
an
talented
adventure with
healer,
my brother.
I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
Yay!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
They're together, the three of them. Let's talk.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Hell yeah.
What will it be today?
Allow me to educate you. Study it well, Clive.
Okay. That way to Tabor.
Thus ends today's lesson.
Tabor. But there are some side quests to do. Ooh. Okay. Let's do the side quest while we're at it.
Seems that always
Blasted book. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're
I've
looking
seen everyone
I'm
with
not much of a
Michael
cook.
Gross
I'm
except
all the cook
the
we'll be
fifth
needing.
one.
Thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your
I
time.
haven't seen
all right?
that movie
and,
in ages.
Perhaps your sword. You remember
Like,
Ivan
when I was
Stew,
young.
right?
Super, super young.
Despite the look of the thing and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces
I
myself.
think I've only seen like the first 3 or something.
Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but
I have the CDs.
It wasn't as
That's for
straightforward as you
sure.
hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
yeah, but this is my blimmin' kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favorites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
Okay.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Yvonne said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves, maybe?
Fine. I'll go and speak to Harpocrates. Perhaps he'll know something. And if he does, I'll see if I can find your ingredients for you.
You do that. Lest we forget, you've got a reputation to uphold.
Not to be outdone.
Is a storm
this
coming,
person
Sid?
first.
Will there be
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid-scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them. As always.
Will do. I'll do that one since it's here.
Lawsman Harpocrates, I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Yvonne.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chancellor's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
And stream.
That's actually why I'm here.
I only wanted to stream a little bit today.
I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbrequois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful.
Since,
the descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern, their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers? How very Sandbrequois.
One would have thought
I don't want to fight
the
a
disciples
worm.
of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Is it just me?
Is a storm coming, Sid?
But the air is so fucking dry. I'm like coughing. I feel like I have allergies right now, and I don't get allergies. I've been sneezing a lot. Oh no, my immune system is crazy right now.
What am I gonna do?
Ask about the skies. I reckon these skies are enough to give anyone the collie wobbles. But I'm not gonna sit around hanging my head and twiddling my thumbs. Did enough of that back in Twinside while you were busy fighting the horrible dragon, and then that even horribler one.
But no more.
From now on, I'm gonna do what you lot do and properly pull my finger out, and no matter how much my knees are knocking. Can't have Nan and Blackthorn thinking I'm a great big wet blanket now, can I? So don't you worry about me. You just stick to what you do best, saving the world.
Is everything all right, Goose? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
Also, the weather has been so freaking weird.
You can tell me.
Last week, it was cold, super cold. It was like 50, and it was raining, like, non-stop every single day.
And
then...
one of our usuals, like... Said he did
and then
some
Saturday
about her
hits.
down Dallymil Way.
It's hot, like
Focus said
hot.
she's been selling
and it's
to
still
bandits
hot. I thought it was gonna be
cutthroats
cold.
and that.
I wore a sweater today.
She's fond of
I
a
was
chance
sweating.
to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do
know.
business with baddies.
What's fall?
Especially not the kind who go
What's
hurting people who
fall
haven't done
anymore?
out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding.
I gotta talk to Karen. Let's just talk to Karen.
Lady Karen. How's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalamil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
Aye, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day.
He's never gonna talk to her ever again.
I spoke with Lady Karen.
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded, and that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth, along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I'm dead.
I suppose it is.
Okay. Gotta go to Dalimil. Yeah. Let's go through the rear.
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We gotta speak to the children.
You hear me? What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh,
And just how long hasn't it been one?
we're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-near.
Miss Mididol said, the best way to see how something works is to take it apart and put it back together again.
That's a good accent.
Well, then your work is already half done.
They did her accent perfectly.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we?
Please don't make me do it. I have to do it.
All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces. The body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others?
The arm.
This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it.
Kids.
Now, what
Kids
do arms
always
do?
just go off topic,
Hold
do they?
So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh goods? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
I'm done with the
Probably
Miku
not.
hair.
What are the chains for?
What type of
Holding
Miku
the
are you
pans up?
drawing? Normal
Well spotted.
Miku? There's
Which
so
means
many
something
different
must
types
hold the
of
chains
Mikus.
up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do.
quest.
You
I
tell me
hate
what
talking
goes
to
where,
kids.
and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. Ah, all finished.
There we go.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
Try normal Miku.
It was you three engineers who showed me how.
Normal Miku is
That's
always...
right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Why'd she
Until
clap
then,
like
though,
that?
Do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you?
You don't need it. Okay. Let's go back to Shirley. The pack, see, not bad. Moogle, 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 moogle.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps. And her father's.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Oh, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Yeah. That was just busy work. Okay. Let's go to my room. Or actually, let's do that later because I can only do it one at a time. I can't travel. I can't travel. What? Fuck. Well, I guess we'll just look at this.
Seems the hideaway is.
Let's just,
Did you see the pair that got hauled into time?
Let's just look at the quest in my room. Maybe there's something we can do here. A humble request. Master Clive, I apologize for the sudden and untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there is none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I am wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to a marked lack of martial aptitude on my part, to wit I am but a manservant, not a mercenary, while I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the need of a manor, to the attending of a bandits in back alleys I am sorely ill-equipped. If I please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, and I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Sebastian Rutherford.
Rutherford? Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Okay, but I can't even freaking travel. I can't even freaking travel anywhere. Okay, well, I'll just save. 2,881, 11. I kind of want to do a Judgment Bolt. I want to save for Judgment Bolt. But I could do this one. I'm gonna save for Judgment Bolt. It's just so good. I lied. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm gonna keep playing. I'm not tired. Okay. Let's go. Let's go. Central Dhalmekia. So cute! Yay! The trio!
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
I mean, the four.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout.
Dad,
if
why am
Kandor
I
was
so
attacked,
mean?
she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Can I travel now? Yeah. Let's go to Northreach. I gotta sneeze. Never mind. Okay. We just needed to do that like little beginning part.
You needn't
But
fret.
let's finish these side quests. Yeah, I'll play up into the next hour.
To the meadows then.
That's what the cat.
Are they following me? Haha! Yeah!
Rockety said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
I think that's the blue dragon. I'm pretty sure that's a blue dragon.
This must be our wyvern. Alright. Let's get this over with.
Cute.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
I have the shirt and sleeves done. Cute.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
Okay, we did that. Let's go to Delamil.
The bandits may be known. Look what they've left us. It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentleman of the town guard.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever will pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Dalamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful, Clive.
You too, Goots.
Yeah. How do I get there?
Sell swords in store. Fuck.
Who just said fuck?
The gentlemen of the town guard. What a mess.
Yeah, okay. Ha! I'm going the wrong way.
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is in our...
Okay, it's this way.
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all yours. But that sword is mine.
So we're like just sweeping up this rumor and she doesn't really give a damn. But it's definitely gonna ruin her business.
Leave now and we can pretend this didn't happen.
Yeah. Got him.
done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head.
Borgwyn.
He only wanted that bull of a manservant, the dim one always clinging to Karen's skirts. You weren't even supposed to be here. Who the hell are you anyway?
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up. Well, go on then. If you're going to end me, end me.
You're not worth the effort. Now be gone, before I change my mind.
Fucking coward!
I need to find Goods. Right now.
Bruh. Call me a fucking coward. I let you go, you bastard.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty-pated lout!
Stop calling me names! And stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan!
Well, that will be easy enough. For they are not lies. Every last word is true. And she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Blood?
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goods, was it? I have no quarrel with you. Only with your employer. Run along now. You need not pay for her sins.
No.
No?
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself!
Goops, sounds so funny coming from him.
Enough, all of you!
Karen. But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You
wet legs.
Bitch! Everything that happened, it was all your fault. And now you'll finally pay for what you did to me!
Goose, you...
If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck!
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we
Wet
last met?
legs.
An eye for an eye. Wise words, Sam. Wise words.
Oh, is he the one that took her eye?
It's time to collect.
God damn.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was.
Finally finished it. Yay!
It's easy going through life, one eye shot of a
Congrats.
pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind, but that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon
Take
enough.
his other eye.
But something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Ta-ra!
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Yeah, I would lose my balls. Okay, that's back at the hideaway. Let's go to Martha's Rest. What's he look like again?
Have you heard the latest from Twinside? That the Empress is no more?
Never trust an owl bearing good news, I say.
Is he upstairs? Yes,
My
he
lord
is.
Marquis, it is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalimil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety.
Okay. Search for Rutherford's friend in Dalimil.
It's not going to be easy finding one man in an entire republic. Let's hope someone here's seen something.
Mummy.
Let's go over here.
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
The lighting
Maybe we'll
is
take
so
that pretty
weird.
outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
They all died. So fast.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Go righty ahead.
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Northreach! Northreach is over here.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere.
Good thing I have a pointer.
What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him.
I am Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
Alright, let's go avenge. Let's go avenge.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
You're huge.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Attack! Get him!
He's so big.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
You're welcome.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive, and I'm fine. Which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Okay. Go to Martha's Rest.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Yeah. Smooth like Butler. Reduces flare cooldown. Okay. And now let's just go turn in the rest.
It seems the hideaway's lost its... So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about.
We get a meal. Sometime later,
And
it's
here we have
wyvern
it.
chicken nuggets.
Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
Why do they drink it? Was it really that bad? It just looked like chicken nuggets.
So, not fit for consumption then.
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss
I
of
was
the
uploading a
saint's
video
bonnet that tames this
on
savage dish.
a TikTok or
It is a
YouTube.
tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
YouTube, sweet.
It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary.
Yeah,
Sid,
I just
might I suggest that you
uploaded
command
a
a party
video
of your
yesterday
finest
too.
men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
It definitely looked like chicken nuggets. Okay. Let's turn this in.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul a gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
So sweet.
Oh, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
Cute.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the Twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint Gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find herself the richest dam in the Twins. And that's when he
your
had me.
Sid voice.
I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hardaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than Gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up. Or you'll have me to answer to.
So sweet.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out there.
Ask about
Let's look at what
Goots.
you can- That great lump.
Why, he's the gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart, and I'd far rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He's never skirked his duties, never answers back, never dips his finger in the coffers.
No.
I won't hear a bad word about him, though I might say a few myself. The lads even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now, So I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. If the blowhard of a blacksmith should even think about doing Goots down, we'll be having words.
Going purse weighing you down?
I need to buy...
It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that.
Okay.
Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered either way.
Okay, let's see if Hippocrates has anything for me.
Is a storm coming soon?
For a last minute reading.
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have a few new notes that might interest you. If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Karen, a hidden past. One of Cid's most trusted allies, a merchant by trade, Karen was born in lands beyond Valisthea. She came to the twins as a weapons dealer, selling to anyone willing to pay, an attitude that earned her not only a fortune but a price on her head. It was while fleeing from her many enemies that she met Cid, who gave her refuge in exchange for her exclusive services. Her hardworking assistant Goots, who she calls her right eye, she bought from his neglectful parents. Oh. Goots, a hidden past. Apprenticed to Karen, an ally of the Hideaway. Karen purchased Goots from his neglectful parents after witnessing how they abused and undervalued their child, and it has been his pleasure to serve her ever since. His nan feels much the same way about him, going as far to call him her right eye on the rare occasions she lets her true feelings slip. Molly, chief cook at Clive's Hideaway, who inherited the role from Kenneth after he lost his life in Titan's attack. Molly's true passion lies in the baking of pastries and other sweetmeats, but alas, shipments of sugar to the Hideaway are few and far between. Instead, she pushes the boundaries of her culinary repertoire by assisting Wyvern in reviving the questionable dishes pre-offers by his questionable cookbook. Rutherford, out and about. Manservant to Lord Byron Rosefield. In normal circumstances, his daily duties touch all aspects of running his master's manor. Of late, however, Byron has bade him leave the safety of Port Isolde to conduct a survey into the political, military, and economic situation of Storm, a task in which he has enjoined the assistance of several of his fellow butlers to the nobility. Ultima, Joshua's findings. The otherworldly being behind much of the tragedy and turmoil that has plagued Valisthea, Ultima requires a vessel in which to inculcate his disembodied soul, and Clive's curious ability to absorb the power of other icons suggests that he is the very mythos that Ultima has long awaited. He wills Clive to absorb the other icons that his vessel might be perfected. Lay of the land. Tabor, an ancient settlement in central southern Dalmatia that seems to cling to the very cliffs which dominate the landscape of the region. Its proximity to the free cities of Canver gives Tabor a ready market for the high-quality leather and tanner's produce, as well as the salt and minerals mined from beneath it. The town's long history of isolation, however, has clouded the hearts of its residents, and to this day many remain unwelcoming to outsiders. Mystery of the realm. Valencia, a culinary pilgrimage, an ancient recipe book that instructs one how to make toothsome fare from the game of the realm. Though the outdated tongue in which it is penned makes it difficult to divine precisely what beast is being proposed for the pot. It was discovered in the shelves by Wyvern as he hunted for inspiration to expand his culinary repertoire. And expand it he did, summoning forth the Chancer stew, a piquant, some might say putrid ragout of scorpion tails whose flesh was as soft as the silts of the swamps in which they live, and the flavor similarly comparable. The Hideaway's head chef Molly was not to be outdone, however, drawing from the pilgrimage pages as a fried mortars of Skyrim, the dish consisting of wyvern liver sautéed with Saint Bonnet was heralded a tour de force among those who tasted it. Engineering. The technology of the fallen civilization was highly advanced, and though many of the archaeologian and engineer has sought to study the workings of the curious contractions they left behind, little light has yet been shed on their secrets. Engineers of the present day largely learn from each other. Indeed, the knowledge of Mid learned in the University of Canver she now shares with the children of the Hideaway, that they might one day stand on her shoulders. Mythos. Clive's powers, the name of which Ultima addresses Clive. It appears to be his title for the vessel for limitless power that he means to make of the young Lord Marquis. The being identifies Clive as Mythos. He has long sought to virtue as his awakening as the dominant of Ifrit, and having the power to absorb the aether of other icons.
Did you learn everything you needed?
Okay. So I'm gonna travel to Tabor. And then we're gonna save and call it a night. Yeah. I'm gonna end stream here after I save. Yeah, I think this was a decent stopping point. Okay, let's turn this off. Yeah, I had a good time, and I will not be streaming tomorrow, but you know, eventually. I will probably maybe be streaming on Wednesday, possibly. I have no exact plans after work, so yeah, I will see you all next time when I stream. This was a good, decent stream, so yeah, I will see you all next time. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. We just hit 2K, and yeah, I am very grateful. So stay tuned for the next video, and I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.